Hey treasures, welcome back to my channel. So I know my hair's up, so I can't even touch it, right? But to be fair, I think I'm getting a little bit better at it. Let me know down in the comments. Anyways, so I'm sure you guys have seen the title. In this video, I'm going to be discussing the books that I just could not get through. I don't know what it was. Well, for some of them, I know what it was. And other ones, I just didn't have it. You know what I mean? Like, we just didn't have it. You know when you're on a date and, like, the guy's nice, but you guys just don't have that chemistry? That's what happened with me in these books. So if you guys want to learn about why I couldn't finish these books or some of the hard critiques that I have for these books, then let's get into this video. Okay, so the first book I'm going to talk about, this is not necessarily in order also, by the way, of like when I got them and anything like that. This is just going to be like the ones I'm picking up. I have about 8 books to talk about that I could not finish, and I don't know what to do with them. So if you guys have any ideas on what to do with them, let me know by all means. Hopefully I can like pawn them off on my friends if they're like, but like some of my friends like don't even read, so like we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, so the first book that I'm going to be talking about is, I think the first I just like could not get through. This Lullaby by Sarah Dessen. I got this book because I was like, you know what? I need to venture out. I need to meet new people. And by meet new people, I don't mean on a dating app. I mean meet new authors to fall in love with. I had gotten to this tough space and it was heartbreaking where I realized one of my favorite authors, she doesn't really write anymore. And some of the other ones was like, okay, I had gone through everything that I'd gone through with them and that I really, really like. I could not read her anymore because she was just getting way too expensive. So I had to like take a break from like books that were a series and just get like one off. So that was like for one author. And then for another author, Katie McGarry, I loved her writing and I was like, okay, so I kept buying all these books and then it was like, okay, they all just seem like the same freaking story with different names. And like, I still love her and I still, I haven't bought from her in a long time, but I think when I got to Say You'll Remember Me by Katie McGarry, obviously, I was like, oh my God, this is starting off exactly like her other books that I like, and I just can't do it. I can't do it. I'm actually just way too lazy to get it. But I'll pop like a picture of what the book looks like, and I was like, I can't get into it. So even that book should be in this video because I could not. I read like 10 pages, and I'm like, this literally feels like I'm reading the same book, but they have a different name, and I just can't stand that. So yeah. Anyways, so I was looking for a new author to like fall in love with and like get new stories, obviously. And so I was on Amazon, I believe, and I came across this because you know how they have like the recommended, like, oh, you went for this, so like maybe this will be for you type thing. So then I saw this, and so I'm like, okay, I've never heard of Sarah Dessen before. And so I went and I was like looking obviously at like what it's about and everything like that. This seems like a bit of me. Like, this seems good. I'm gonna get this book. So I got it. And honestly, I don't even know how far, I don't even remember how far I got into this, but I could not do it. Like, it was just like, I cannot freaking do it. I cannot, okay, I don't want to bash anybody. I never, ever want to bash anybody at their craft, especially like writing a book like is amazing in any sense of the word. Like, I can't wait until I write my own. So I'm never going to bash someone for, you know what I mean? But some people you just don't take to their writing, and some people you just don't have chemistry with. So it just so happens that me and Sarah Dessen do not have any chemistry. And like I said, taking away the fact that this is someone's book and this is what someone like created and it's amazing, let's just take that out of it for a second. I hated it. I hated the way that it was written, and I just, obviously I fell for what it's about and the dynamics of everything that was going to go down, but I cannot get past the writing. I just did not like it. I was not a fan of it. It just seemed too like harsh to me. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I was over it. So that's with that book. Cody Keplinger. If you have been on my channel for a long time, then you will know about the shutout. I will have that like up here. I do have it actually on my channel, this book still, when I discussed it. I never read The Duff. I watched the movie though and I loved it, but I never read the book. It's like whatever, I already saw the movie. But I did go and I bought the Shutout, which is like here. And I loved it. I still love it. It's literally at the top of my bookshelf. Like, I love it. And I'm like, you know what? Okay, let me get more of Cordy Keplinger because clearly, you know, me and her vibe. And then I got this book. And I think I made it, honestly, to like 100 pages. And I just never went back to it. I just could not. For some reason, I don't know why my face looks so disgusted. I'm sorry. But I just could not continue. And like, typically if I get books and I like them, I cannot put them down. Like, I finish them within a day. I finish them within, if I have work or like school, then I finish them within like 2 days or 3 days. But like, I just never went back to this book and I couldn't force myself to read it anymore. And I was just like, I found myself like when I was reading it, like thinking about other things, you know? And I was like, okay, this is out. No. Oh God. This one is probably more my fault than the author's, but we're going to discuss it. Withering Tights. Withering Tights. Now, this author, Louise Renison, and she does the books for Georgia, but I'll put the books like up below, like the series that she does. And that series, my sister has all of them, and I love these books. I love them, and it's hilarious. These books are so funny to me, and yes, they're like below for me, like they're for younger people, but I don't even care. I still find them hilarious. I like going back to things that I liked when I was younger anyways, because I want to feel young again. But I love them. Like, I still love them now, and they're still so funny to me now. And so I was like, you know what? Okay, my sister already has that series, so I can't add that to like my collection. It makes no sense for us to have like 2 of those in the same household. So like maybe whenever I move out, then I'll buy my own series for that. But then I was like, okay, I went and I looked her up and I saw that she had this series. Anyways, this girl that it's about is cousins with the main girl in that series. And I think I read like up to 10 pages probably. And I was like, goodbye, I'm done. I can't do it. Because again, it was one of those things where it was like, this feels like I'm reading the same book. And yes, you know, I love those other books that they're related to, but like if I wanted the same story, I would just go back and read the book that I already freaking had, you know what I mean? I don't want a different title with the same people. I want a whole new thing, you know? So I just could not get past that. I'm probably never gonna go and read that. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Hopefully I get some like, I get like some like young females around me so I can like just give them this gift and just be like, here, like try this out, and make them fall in love with reading. But aside from that, it's just not for me. Now we're gonna go into a book that I think I got to like 100 pages in this, and I was like, okay, this book was different than the rest of them because this one was more of like a letdown, and I was like, I don't get it. I feel like I was at the beginning of like a knock knock joke, and then it was just knock knock, who's there, and like the person didn't complete the joke. I don't get it. It's by Tracy Bloom, and it's No One Ever Has Sex at a Wedding. And this one, I believe, is like a series too, because I believe she has other ones, and it's like no one has ever has sex at like different places, like different types of events type shit. And obviously, you know, this one was one of those things where I was on Amazon and it was like recommended to me, and I read it. And I started to get recommended things that were called romantic comedies. And that's a whole other video, okay, of what I think about those that are called romantic comedies. But anyways, so I obviously looked at this and I liked what it had to say. I liked the synopsis. So I bought it and I just stopped reading it because I'm like, I seriously don't get it. I was 100 and something pages in, and I was just like, I don't know. I'm never going to go back to it. 100 and something pages in, and it still makes no sense to you. Like, the title makes no sense. What's happening is just so boring. Like, there's nothing keeping you intrigued in it. Like, and the main character's attitude makes no sense. is just like, okay, I'm out of the universe. I was never pulled into the universe, and I can't continue wasting my time. So this one still has a bookmark in it. So like, let's see what page I made it. I made it to 160, we'll say. And this is My Favorite Half Night Stand by Christina Lauren. And okay, New York Times bestselling author of Roomies. I haven't read the book. Maybe I should. I think this one was like one of those like romantic comedies. This one too. Like, I liked the pictures. Never judge a book by its cover, but like I liked it. And then I obviously read about it, and I was like, okay, I like that. That could work for me. And then the half night stand type of aspect, I'm like, okay, this could work for me. And then it just turned out like I liked it. It was decent, you know. Like, obviously I made it to 161. It was like, okay, I feel like I finished the book and I didn't finish the book, if that makes any sense. Like, I know when you get into romance that obviously you know how it's gonna end. You know all of the romantic tropes. So you getting into a romantic book, it's not about the surprise aspect. It's about how the person writes it, you know, and how basic it's gonna be depending on what you're looking for. But that one, it was just like, I feel like I finished it because I don't know. For that one, I know for every single book that I pretty much have in romance, except if it's by Colleen Hoover, it just doesn't disappoint because it's like you're so comfortable with her and she gives you something new every single time. Like, it's completely new from the last book. It's like it feels so different, but like it's just like trustworthy. Like, you know it's her. It's like really hard to explain, but like if you were to ask me if I was in love, I would say yes, and it would be with Colleen Hoover's books. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Anyways, When We Collide by Emery Lord. And I don't think, okay, so I know that there is a book called like We Collide or something, or like, sorry, there's a movie called like After We Collide or something like that, and I think like one of the Sprouse brothers is in that. I don't think it has anything to do with this. I'm 99% sure I'd be a perfect YouTuber, a good YouTuber if I researched that, but I didn't. But I attempted this book like 3 times and I just could not do it. I got to like, I want to say like 5 pages even. Like, there was something about it, and it was like, it wasn't completely boring, but it was not intriguing in the slightest, and I just don't know. I can't do it. I'm hoping that I do have like someone to give this to, because like, again, like I'm not trying to waste money, you know what I'm trying to say? No, I wish all these books honestly got to me, but they didn't. So the next book and the last one is actually by Colleen Hoover. So it kind of negates what I just said, where I'm like, with Colleen Hoover, she does not disappoint. And not that she disappointed with this one, because she didn't, but this one is just like, okay, I don't know what, but I just never did it. I think that I'd be drawn to this because, hello, I just claimed that I was in love, and I feel like it's gonna be a long love, you know? But for this, for some reason, I'm not there. I'm just not, I don't know what it is, and it's driving me nuts, because now that I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, I read the back, and I'm like, yo, this seems like cool, you know? This seems like good. But then it's just like, okay, I'm trying. I'm hoping, like, this is, like, part of my New Year's goal for myself that, like, I didn't share, but I'm hoping, like, I can get into some books that I have lying around that I don't want to give up, because I'm like, ooh, maybe, like, at some point it's gonna just, like, call to me, you know, and I will be in love. But I feel like this is one of them, especially since I know it's, like, my girl. And what's crazy is like, on this book is that she's referred to as C. Hoover, which is weird, because I guess she maybe changed her, like, pen name. But yeah, so maybe this is like one of her early ones. I don't know. Again, I would be a good YouTuber if I researched that to probably get into this, because I know I'm not gonna be disappointed, but I'm just not drawn. I don't know what it is. Anyways, guys, so I had about like 8 books, and I have like more in my room that I actually never touched. But yeah, hopefully I can get into those, and if I can't, then hopefully I have like friends. I need to get more friends I can read. So that's why, another reason why I'm starting this book club. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it will be up there. You can press the I, and it will be like the next video that I'm recommending you to. It'll be that video for our book club, whatever, because I really need friends that read as much as I do, and I need friends that love reading, and I need friends that like what I like, and we can talk about it and we can discuss, because I just need that in my life. I feel like that's what I'm missing. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Well, hopefully I will stay on schedule. I'm praying. It's the last year. Hopefully, you know, I want to stay on schedule. So hopefully I got my shit together and I'm getting the flow of things. And I'm putting it all towards this because I love this. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in next week's video. Bye, guys.